Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for My Hero Academia Season 8, Episode 3. Oh man. Whew. Last episode had me more emotional than I think I've been in any reaction I've done. I was actually, I've teared up in a lot of shows I've watched, most recently in Doctor Stone. Check that out if you want to see me tear up more. But that's like I'll be sitting here and tears will be rolling down. Like that last episode actually got me like when you're like really crying like like it got me like kind of that a little bit in my voice, and I got really choked up. Anyway, I also represent Bakugo today. I have my Bakugo shirt on. It also says Hero lower down on it, but it can't really be seen. I don't normally wear this shirt. It was actually a shirt that's been in retirement because my fat ass put on too much weight and ended up it doesn't fit like super comfortably right now, especially the sleeves are kind of like really tight against the arms, but it's enough to be able to wear it. It's a little snug. But I'm also in the process of dieting, so this doubles down. I've lost almost 8 pounds so far. This doubles down as me to see what I feel like in this shirt right now, and then I'll try wearing this shirt again in the future at some point. Hopefully, I stick with the diet and I lose more weight, and I can put it on and be like, oh wow, it actually feels a lot better to wear now. Just like it did when I first got. Well, it was even a little snug when I first got it. I was mad I didn't get one size higher. So that's why me putting on a bit of weight made it like unwear. Anyway, sorry, tangent. I need to get right back on track. My hero, crazy stuff. Bakugo's up and moving again. I cannot believe he is. It blows my mind. He is insane. And I just want to see what happens. So, Thane's power's gone. He might be dead too. I have no idea. Uh, Stain was, I mean, Toshinori was hit by Stain's power, so now he can't move. So, things aren't great. But I mean, I don't want to see, I don't want to see All Might die, but I don't want to see Bakugo fighting in the condition that he's in. I don't know what to do. Let's just start the episode and see. We're gonna start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Uh, Melissa Shield. Or Melissa Porto, Gran Torino. Oh! What is he doing? Is he like snapping his spine, or is he ripping him in half? What is he trying to do to him? Oh my god! I can't believe we're seeing this again. I can't believe this is happening. His chest is all sewn shut, but still shouldn't be moving. God, his eyes are wild. Ah! I've been wanting to watch some reactions to this, but actually, there's one channel I haven't checked, but a lot of the channels that I regularly watch haven't started it yet. I just can't believe. Oh, I keep forgetting to address this. If you've gotten this far and you're like, how am I supposed to watch your content? There's no video, you know? There's, in the description, I have a guide that teaches you how to watch my content if you're not sure how to sync up your footage with my video. I've been trying to get better at saying that real quick bit right before I start, but I keep forgetting just because it's not in my habit yet. Alright. I gotta remember that the events of last season, like, the gear shift and everything Midoriya did, like, he still did that. Like, this is still the same day. He hasn't, rested. Oh! Midoriya stopped the future, or changed the future last time with Overhaul, and now is Bakugo. Uh-oh. Uh, what? Hmm. She was the news reporter that I fucked up on that season. I made a big mistake when like she held up the no all for one sign. For some reason, I thought she was rooting for all for one. I didn't understand. I think I skimmed the subtitles. Uh, damn. Oh, it's cold. No, not good for Bakugo's powers. But in the state he's in, I don't think it matters. Oh my god, he's going. Oh my god. Holy shit. That's so cool. He was thinking about activating again. Ooh. Oh, wait, is he becoming more real? Oh no. But at least he's not disappearing, I think, if I saw that right. Oh my god, what is happening? Oh. Oh my god, the animation right now. Like on his face and everything. Oh my god. I need to watch that whole sequence again. Jeez, I didn't realize they were this far away. Man, I wonder if he saw All Might being ripped in. Oh shit. Yeah. I wonder if he saw All Might being ripped in half. A strong vision with no room for doubt. Oh, I'm starting to cry already. Who do we know that has a strong vision with no room for doubt? Uh, Jesus, Bakugo. Oh, you can't show me this right now. Jeez. Fuck. Oh my god, he lost arms. Whoa, he went straight back. Oh my god. Whoa. Oh, this is his like hallucinations again. This was it. Okay. I guess we can trust that. I figured that's what they were trying to tell us before, but and then a promise remained. You have to keep it. Yeah, buddy. Oh, son of a bitch. This show. Dude, that animation. What am I making this hallucination say to me? Uh, his eye looked a little like almost younger All Might. Uh, people recognize him. Oh, everybody should know his name. Yes! Put some respect on this boy's name. God, the OST is so powerful. Yep, I'm in tears again. Oh. Oh, Edshot is still there. Oh, what a G. Oh, no. He's done. They won't come undone easily. Bakugo thanks someone. He usually just yells at him. Oh. Like, exploded his heart back into... So his own quirk brought him back to life, and Edshot just cured him. Or, like, not cured him, I'm sorry. Just stitched him up. That's insane. That's insane. Yeah. Can move a little bit. Take his hand. That is all I want. Uh. Oh, the glove. Oh, that's so cool. Crazy that after that much damage it can still, like, come apart and... Great explosion, murder, god dynamite, indeed. Oh, the smile. Oh, oh, fuck. Bakugo's come so far. Shit, Bakugo. He's starting to freak out a little bit. Hmm. Oh, Mirio. Oh my god, Bakugo. Oh my god, he's just. Oh my god! How did he get there so fast? What? He always thinks back to the. I think it's the second wielder. Especially around Bakugo. Oh my god, that drawing! What the fuck? This episode is freaking cracked. Oh. I have hype tears, I have sad tears. My face is all wet. Why am I so dumb not to have freaking tissues this time? I had to go get them last time. Spinner. Okay. Whew, okay, we're getting caught up on... Nice. Oh, she's just like channeling little bits. Jesus, girl. She needs to stop glitching out. I'm glad someone gave her a jacket. What was that going on there? Like, crazy looking villain to look at there fighting. Nice. Yeah, didn't he warp them away? But where did he warp them to? Oh, Nagant. Uh, whoa. Damn, she's pretty far away, too. I think, anyway. Or maybe they were closer to the city still. Man, he's still alive. Mmm. Oh my god, his like teeth are exploding and shit. And I'll do it later. He has another pebble. Uh-oh. Not good. He can just break the Black Whip? Or is Midoriya getting tired? What a line. Oh shit. Oh my god. Oh, that's so cool. Oh. Wait, what? Oh, okay. That was like the All Might shot from the movie. The first movie. What? He's figuring out how to. He's been like doing it. Oh my god, that's insane. And he's just leaving explosions. Oh my god. Oh my god, he's laughing too. He's. Oh my god, this is. Oh my god. This episode. What the fuck? Animators, calm your tits. I'm like forgetting to breathe. Yeah, he's like stumbling trying to figure it out. Oh, oh no. Oh, the parents. Oh, damn it. Whoa. Has he surpassed him? Uh, whoa. Yeah, he keeps thinking about that. Hmm. The whole chain happened because of that guy. Really curious why he thinks of Bakugo. Jeez. Oh my god, dude! That episode was so insane! What the fuck? So Kudo was the name of the second wielder. I'm gonna write that down. I don't know how if that's gonna tie into anything. I'm just trying to like he looks a little bit like Bakugo. Is it gonna be like did he somehow have a kid? Did like Kudo have a kid and now like Bakugo is the descendant of Kudo? Like obviously I know it's not like I know Bakugo isn't his kid. I'm just saying like is because this was like Kudo would have been alive a decent bit ago, right? Because he was the second one to wield the power. I don't know how fast the generations went by for One for All, but um, it's possible that like Kudo could be Bakugo's like grandfather or something, or great grandfather, depending on how quickly the generations went. Oh my god. Ooh, that's like that was an emotional masterpiece. That was a freaking animation masterpiece. All right. That is it, guys. We're not watching preview for episode 3. Oh man, well, Bakugo sprung back into action. I guess we gotta be lucky that the stitches we did very much luck out that the stitches that were done by Edshot were hard to break, you know, because normal stitches, they say not to like do any kind of like heavy lifting. They say not to do, I haven't had stitches actually before, but I know there's like a lot of things you're supposed to take it really easy when you have stitches, because it's really easy to like tear them if you push it too hard. And I'm gonna go out on a limb, and I'm gonna say that Bakugo is pushing it pretty hard right now. Just the way he like tumbled on that bridge, but man, like the animation of Bakugo just like blasting in, grabbing Midoriya's hand, like once again just working with Midoriya without any kind of like complaint too. Whereas, you know, obviously I know he's come far ever since like they kind of spilled all the beans to him and everything. He knows everything. He started loosening up, but he was still a little bit like that. But if you think all the way back to like the end of, what was that, like season 2, when they had to fight All Might and he absolutely refused to work with Midoriya no matter what, like, and then he ended up like giving in the very end, but very reluctantly. But now look at him, you know, he blasts in and Midoriya like helps him out by tossing him and everything, like. But yeah, I'm gonna have to message one of my friends. I have a friend who like absolutely loves animation. I guess he's also a viewer. So Robin, if you're, I know you haven't watched My Hero in a while, so you might not watch these reactions for a very long time until you catch up. But he tends to look at some of the animation even for like, he already sent me some of it for like episode 1. There was a moment where some people thought it was CGI, and he sent me showing that it like wasn't. I wonder if he'd want to see some of this animation, because this episode, like, I want to watch the scene again. I'm trying to find it here. So it's after all the people are like looking at the weather reports, watching All for One, or All for One, like try and rip All Might apart. There's just so much. Okay, he's swinging him. And then Bakugo blasts off. Uh, Took by the hand. Talking about gear shift. Yeah, that was so crazy with All Might. I'll continue watching this in a few. I want to talk about this. With All Might like taking full form, so All Might really would be a vestige inside him. I was worried. So I discussed last episode when we saw All Might fading from Midoriya's. I thought because they already addressed that he shouldn't be there in the first place, I thought maybe he was only there because he was still alive, and like his being alive in the real world is what was keeping him alive within Midoriya. And then if he died, I was worried he would be no longer within Midoriya. But no, if he died, he would just go from being this ball of energy within Midoriya into real All Might, you know, well, real I say, but his, you know, his physical form and everything. And we saw that start taking shape. That was him, like, it's really interesting that, like, he wasn't dead yet, but it already started, like, transitioning. It's almost like the world, or One for All, or whatever this is, like, knew he was, like, gonna die there unless something happened. Which, I mean, we now know it's official that this was the moment that uh what's it called? This is the moment that freaking Night Eye saw and ended up like saying like you're gonna die gruesome, like to an unspeakably gruesome villain and everything. And like I love the way this all played out because you could say like if All for One was in his All for One form, I feel like Night Eye should have known roughly what All for One looked like, maybe. Now he was hurt, but since it's this kid, I feel like that's what he saw in the vision, and he probably had no idea that it was All for One, right? And then ended up being like, that's why he said, like, he didn't say, like, you're gonna die to All for One in the future, right? Because he didn't know who this villain was. So that's just really cool that the reason why he didn't say who the villain was because he just saw this kid and didn't know who he was. Very cool. Very, very cool. Well done, MHA. Well done. You didn't write yourselves into a plot hole. Now it's really interesting when Midoriya threw Bakugo, he did say second, even though the guy said like you can't use it or you won't be able to move after and everything. So did he use like, I don't know. I don't necessarily know what he did there. Did he somehow use like a little bit of seconds power, but not enough to start the like 5-minute timer he has or 10-minute timer or whatever it is that makes him immobile? Right? Because he said it right before he threw Bakugo, but then it doesn't seem like he activates it till later in the fight. And we also did get to see what happened with that. So God, man, the animation is so crazy throwing him like that. And then the animation is so smooth on Shigaraki's face, too. The lighting on Midoriya looks amazing. Now that he's starting to shape, doesn't that take shape? Doesn't that mean you know what? So also, that's pretty crazy that Shigaraki is able to tell the state of the vestiges within Midoriya. That's also really interesting too. I didn't really mention that during the reaction, but I remember reading that. That's pretty crazy. I don't know how that works. Oh my god, Bakugo's insane. Yeah. Oh, I think I've seen enough of it, even though I want to watch more. I can't just sit here and rewatch the entire episode. But yeah. Whew. So, Bakugo started his own heart, which is also something that's insane. Edshot was trying his best to get Bakugo back alive, but the stored up sweat that he had, like, detonated within his body or something and jump started his heart somehow. And so Edshot just stitched everything together. Also crazy. Like, what the heck, you know? Oh man. Bakugo is insane. Like, and then just when Bakugo was, because Bakugo's been doing this ever since. It's the same thing back in last season when he was like exploding all over his body and moving very quickly. He still doesn't fully grasp how to use it. He's still learning. It's not like he mastered it the second he like picked up on this technique, and I love that little detail. So now we're in this situation where Bakugo is in the midst of battle while still like trying to learn. And like towards the end there, when he just like blasted off, like popped up right next to All for One and was like, "Oh, too fast," and then just like spits up blood and starts laughing, saying "ow" and like "holy shit," and just starts like rolling across the highway, goes through a building, like he's just chaos factor right now, trying to get this under control. But I can't even imagine what he'd be capable of once he masters it. Like, they did an insane job of Midoriya having this one for all power that, sure, he still can't, like, I still don't know that he can go, like, true 100% yet. Um, but, you know, he's getting closer and closer to that. But they did such a good job of having Bakugo keep up. Like, the evolution of Bakugo's power is just wild and has allowed him to reach a level where, at this point, Bakugo might be stronger than Midoriya. I don't know. The only exception being, like, maybe when Midoriya, like, gear shifts or, like, tries to use so much of his power that he breaks his body, you know? Um, but it's really hard to say at this level of power scaling, especially with Midoriya having, like, multiple quirks at his disposal. I genuinely have no idea who would win in a fight between the two. Not that I want to ever see them fight, you know, but just it's insane what Bakugo has accomplished with just his one quirk, no inherited destiny of passed down power and quirks and everything, you know. Nuts. But but yeah, whew. I feel like there's more to talk about, but I just want to go rewatch that whole episode again. Oh man. I already talked about confirming that this was the future and how it seems like it's already been changed, so that's good. I don't know, doesn't necessarily mean All Might's safe because, like they said, this isn't a comic book, you know. Um, you don't just have to die in order for the story to be good, All Might, but he still could. It's also just because he was just saved doesn't mean that he saved for good. He could still something could still happen. But I think he's relatively safe for now because All for One is so. Also, we see All for One freaking out, you know, talking about all these, like, how everyone that has come and delayed what he's trying to achieve, they're all just pebbles. They're nothing. They're people that he could crush in an instant. But when all those pebbles come together, they form something powerful, you know? In all these little moments. It's same with last season. No, it might have been season. Well, both seasons had, like, episode titles that were like the chain of events thus far, or something like that, or the chain thus far, and stuff like that. So a lot of what they've been showing is about chains. Same with Gigantomachia being this, like, unstoppable force, but you know we have Mount Lady who is holding him back and slowing him down the best he can. Class 1A and 1B trying to get the knockout liquid, whatever it was, I can't think of the word right now, into his mouth. Like, all of those little things that happened to Gigantomachia slowly added up to his defeat, and that's what's happening here. The delaying with the coffin in the sky, the, you know, Endeavor forcing All for One to use Ares' power to rewind him, and now it's just this race for time for All for One to go and give him the quirks, and All for One's starting to freak out because right now Shigaraki has full control over his own body, which means that if this All for One dies, and Shigaraki can keep defeating the persona within him of All for One, then All for One's dead. Like, his whole, like, big dream, everything that he has built up to this point and formed in order to, you know, um take over this body and give himself, like, a new lease on life, essentially. it's it's all going up in flames soon, so we're gonna have to wait and see, like, what happens there. I don't know. I mean, obviously, with the show coming to an end and me wanting a good ending, I do hope that, you know, the body fades without giving the quirks and Shigaraki is able to keep him at bay. Now the question is, would Shigaraki be able to rid himself of it entirely, or will All for One always be there? Honestly, if I knew for sure that All for One would be stuck inside Shigaraki but unable to make his own moves and choices, but still be like somewhat aware in there, and there's no hope of him ever breaking out in like a moment of weakness, if I'm absolutely certain that it's perfectly safe forever, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of would want I kind of would want that to be the case rather than him just dying completely, because that means All for One is basically in this prison that he can't escape for however long Tomura Shigaraki lives for. Excuse me, sorry. My voice is all fucked up still from freaking crying through that whole episode. Insane. Oh, alright. So, was there anything else? I feel like there are things I forgot to talk about, but I love the moments of like, hey, he was in the sports festival. What was his name again? And then it cut to the kids from the island of the second movie, and they were like, Bakugo! That was so cute and also so cool. Hell, he's gonna be like, he also has this like gauntlet that's reinforcing his arm that All Might gave him. The little smile that he got. Oh my god, that smile is so precious. God damn. It really is. It's like such a like that the character growth of Bakugo is just so phenomenal. And they also recap some of those moments too of like, I'm the one that ended All Might and everything, and now he's the one that, like, all those doubts he had before, he's now the one that saved All Might. Like, as long as All Might oh my god, I just got emotional again. As long as All Might doesn't die, he is now the one that saved him. That's awesome. Like, I hope that can counteract, because I bet there's still a part of him that blames him for what happened back in season 3, or blames himself. And now I hope that this has kind of cleared all that up. So anyway, and kind of like neutralize those feelings within him. What an amazing episode, guys. What an amazing show. I'm I'm trying to like keep an open mind because I want to form my own opinions, but I heard some people didn't like the way this ended in the manga. Like, I have no idea why. Don't worry, I'm not like spoiled or anything. I just heard like people aren't happy with how it ends. And it's like, so far I am very happy with the way it's going. And I mean, I guess it depends on how they do it, because obviously the story has built up Shigaraki being saved. I shouldn't really try to start talking about the ending without seeing it yet. I have to see it first, but yeah, I guess I'm curious what people didn't like. Like, we'll have to wait and find out. So yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and try to speculate. Like, obviously the way the show has built it up is Midoriya wanting to save that kid. Wanting to save Shigaraki. So the way I, in my mind, see it wrapping up is All for One fades thanks to Bakugo being a distraction until his body just, you know, fades, and somehow we have some crazy shit happen with Midoriya and Shigaraki, and Midoriya can reach that kid inside him and try and save him. But, like, is that, like, maybe it does end that way, and people just find that cheesy. But like, did they not watch the rest, or did they not read? Like, I guess they read the manga. Did they not read the rest of the manga? Like, with Midoriya saying he wanted to save that kid. Like, they've already foreshadowed it. Like, Midoriya wanting to save even villains. Like Togo with Uraraka and everything. Like, this whole show is about like the whole twice stuff. Like, this whole show is about trying to redeem villains and everything. Like I said, I shouldn't be speculating because I gotta wait to see how they end it. Maybe everyone's justified and I'm judging them wrongly, so we'll just wait. So, thank you guys so much for watching. That's gonna be it from me. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Check out my Patreon if you want to see more. Not for this show because I watch it as it airs, but there's more content on there. Early access for the other shows that I do, Patreon shows, which are shows that aren't even released to YouTube yet. If you want more content, check it all out. Links in the description. I've been Twitch streaming a lot again at twitch.tv/Morthadon. The link to that is also in the description. I've been playing. I play a lot of action RPGs, so I've been playing D2 Resurrected recently. Has been my choice, and at the end of this month, I plan on playing Path of Exile 1's new league, and I play a lot of Path of Exile 2 as well. But I intermittently play some other games on my channel too, so check that out if you want to see more of me and streaming on Twitch and stuff. So thank you guys. Like I said, links are all in the description. Should be popping up on the screen for subscribing and Patreon, and I will see you in my future reactions. Bye bye.